strength, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Cowboys will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 31 after a nice return. So the Oregon Ducks offense will get the football first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Looking to throw on first down. Going for a big play right off the bat. He's got it on the outside. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. He's moving out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped out at the 27. And the Ducks have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Off the play fake. Looking for space to the left. Going for it all. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
To the ground to try to move the chains. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
We're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there is a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, 4th down, and it says run the ball and go for it. Even if you don't get it, your opponent's going to have to drive a ways. There's still a lot of football left to play. Hindsight's always 20/20, but that was an excellent decision by the head coach.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. They're setting up the screen. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job on it.
They'll send the back in motion. A designed run for the quarterback. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! They grab the early lead. You thought it was noisy when the Duck rolled out on that motorcycle? Decibels through the roof in the House of Loud.
And what a great job getting this crowd going early. This is not one of the biggest crowds in the country, but Alson Stadium is one of the loudest places you will ever be in, and they love their Ducks.
So Oklahoma State's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football from climbing the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. to throw beyond the sticks. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And the Cowboys line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. To the air on first down. Now adjusting. He'll throw it. The short hands. It's Bacon.
God, he's annoying to play against. You think about it as a defense, I'm trying to cage you in, trying to keep you in the pocket, and then he's just whoop, 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 spinning all over the place, getting outside the pocket, making plays, and then you got to go chase him again and again and again. Just wears you out.
Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
The Ducks are facing 3rd and inches. He'll take the deep shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Trying to get it to the marker. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Dropping back, it's Upshaw. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Unloads it left. A strike downfield. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Cowboys will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Leaves it with the running back. Turning it on! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
Yeah, and that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do?
Wide open on the right. Touchdown, Oregon! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. You know they love their track at Oregon. And when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get you the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Just a short pass to the tight end. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Red pass, it's complete. At the 45 on his way. Hits the accelerator to the right. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. He got a step and just dusted the field. quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it has gone final in the ACC, a matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Oklahoma rolled to a victory, and after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that produced 4 winners of the award between 2000.
Touchdown Ducks! Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll go to the ground. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll run play action. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack. And the Cowboys will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. How about that play? Getting a huge chunk of yardage to wrap up the first quarter, and that's how we'll end it and head to the second. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Caught behind the line. It's Riggs. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Snapped it in the shotgun. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
And I like the alertness by this defense. First and goal, usually a running type situation. They were ready for the pass, broke on the football, and that could have been a huge play for this defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Got it behind the line. It's Silver. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Oregon. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Now on second down. On the run, it's Freeman. And And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Bought a little time, lets it go. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Cowboys decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
With the catch, it's Bacon. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field.
And he'll hold it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. He's got his man across the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Looking to throw, it's Upshaw. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Wide open downfield. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Cowboys come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a gap. It's Freeman.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Caught in the backfield. It's Pace. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. The Cowboys will send out the punt unit. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Finds a spot in the middle. Into the secondary, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Oregon! This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Looking to pass. It's Upshaw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Grabbed behind the line. It's Freeman. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the Cowboys will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Texas A&M is on top right now, but kind of fittingly for the First Lady of Aggie Land, Reveille, this has been a dogfight today. They're up by 7 over Temple.
Back to throw, it's Upshaw.
We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Behind his tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. The Cowboys are in the hurry-up. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Cowboys will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Quarterback making checks. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Fires a ball. Now it's picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Defense in press coverage. Rides the back and leaves it. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. A solid run there as he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. To the air. It's Upshaw. Fires to the big fella. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Cowboys will punt it away on 4th down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He'll start this drive firing. Now he'll let one fly down the left side.
This QB and his receiver really have found a nice rhythm early in this game. They've already linked up for a couple scores, so no surprise here before the end of the first half. They're looking for more, but give the defense credit when it...
A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And you got to give the defense a ton of credit there on 3rd down, able to force that incompletion on an absolute bomb. You can see why defensive coordinators get nervous facing this quarterback. He has tremendous arm talent. He threw that thing more than 60 yards in the air. But the
going for it all. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
And that's going to be a tough throw for the quarterback to make, right? He's right-handed, he's rolling to his left, and that throw is going way down the field. So he's not going to be able to get all the velocity he wants. And he didn't have the accuracy either, and that's a bad combination, and that's a big part of why that ball was intercepted.
Looking deep down the right side. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this 3rd quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a
pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. And the Cowboys have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. He'll pull it down and run. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get out.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And everybody knows when you're running that play action, that fake has to be great. Everybody has to bite it for it really to work. Defense didn't bite it, didn't bite the bait, went after the quarterback, got him on the ground.
Pocket breaking down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they had made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Coverage team. put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Wide receiver comes in motion. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Fires to the big fella. That's why the good Lord invented tight ends, isn't it, David? Get a good pickup on first down, open up the entire playbook.
And just makes life so easy on quarterbacks. I mean,
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the big fella. Look at the big fella rumble. Defense picks it up. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. This offense has it with really good field position. To the ground with the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. 3rd and long, and they can get the first down without scoring a touchdown. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
these are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Never a doubt. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They helped to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Bohannon. At the 40, there he goes. He's loose. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Oregon. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Off play action. Under fire. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
And everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a pass, right, guys? And it's 3rd down. You're trailing by so many points right now, and the defense is just smelling blood in the water. They're like sharks out there right now, getting after the quarterback. They've been doing that all game, by the way, and that's a trend that looks like it's just simply going to continue.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this game.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The Cowboys will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll take it on the return. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over and move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
The Ducks in the hurry-up. To the air on 2nd down. Got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bohannon. Jukes his way for more. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Bohannon. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Here's a heat. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the catch. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Holds and fires complete to the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield, it's Bohannon. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
And listen, if I have a playmaker at running back like that with that kind of speed, yeah, I'm going to throw the swing to him too. He drops back, surveys the field. He says, I know my guy can make a play, gets the ball in his hands right now in the swing. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll move the tight end. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And the pass falls incomplete. That's how we'll wrap up the third quarter of play. But now, time for the fourth quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They'll send the tight end in motion. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Wants to keep it in the air. Got his man quickly. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Cowboys send out the punt unit. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now,
he tries to take the top off. Snags it on the right. There he goes. Touchdown, Oregon. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
how about the bomb? The Hail Mary coming out, and the offense executes it great. They throw the ball deep. Where's the defense? Man, you know this ball is going deep. You know they need it. They got to have it. The defense just doesn't play great, doesn't get to the football to make a play.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. Got it set up on the outside. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The Cowboys trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Pulls it in, it's Pace. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
That's a bang-bang play, 3-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go out and execute it on game day like that.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And the Cowboys have their offense in high gear. Looking downfield on 1st down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by the... to get the football.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And the Ducks will hustle to the line.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this.
Snags it down the right side. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
Pulls it in. It's Bacon. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Ducks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Unleashes one deep. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened, and that's one of the very few times in this game so far where they have not been able to hook up.
Man, what a great break on the ball. Way to knock it down. But, man, this situation, they're almost in field goal range, had a chance to maybe take some points off of the board. That's a big play that we might circle back to later.
This quarterback part of their running game. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And in these situations, you're never looked at poorly, right? You can go for these situations because it's a really long field goal, so it's not a guaranteed make, or I can be aggressive offensively, and I like the choice. Be aggressive, get the first down. Nice job by the offense.
The Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass, it's Leach. He's got the tight end. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. And the Ducks have it in scoring position on first and goal. A run for the quarterback. Moving toward the end zone, and fumble! Defense got it, they're on the run. They bring him down, but not only do they get the turnover, he picked up a chunk of yardage, too. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Going right to work up top. He lost one down the sideline. Makes the grab at the 10. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Pass interference, defense.
So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. They are so close to a score, they can smell it on the first play of the drive. First and goal. The give to the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Big guy smells it. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. This defense didn't hang its head. They stood tall after the big play. Third and goal coming. Quarterback keeper. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. 4th and goal from the 3, and the offense will stay out there and try to finish. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Rides the back on the option to give. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. He wants a big play here late. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Cowboys line up to punt it away. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
Looking downfield, it's Leach. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He'll work his way down to the 28. The Ducks will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Bacon. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Quarterback extends the play. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Quarterback will keep it. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. And after this play, the cake will be baked. He'll ride his man on the option. Got some room, head to the goal line. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue, the finishing touch. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, they're